On a clear, cold Montana night, we watch a fierce man running up a short incline, his wild eyes fixed on something ahead of him, dodging and weaving through scrub grass and short bushes. He leaps forward. Hey everyone, welcome to Restless Barbarian Gaming. My name is Bolthra, and tonight we are running a second episode of our vampire story called Forsaken. I will have my player introduce themselves in a second. First, just want to give kind of a quick warning to folks. This is going to be a heavy story. There was a lot of violence, a lot of resentment, assault on people. It's going to be heavy. So if you feel this is something that might bother you, please drop out. If you decide to come back later and watch, go ahead. Minty and I have discussed the story. Make sure everybody's cool, but we even still have room for him to bail out if he needs to. I had the feeling he doesn't want to, but I always got to give him the chance. So but again, thank you everyone for watching. If you're watching us live, we appreciate you joining us. If you're watching on YouTube later, thank you for watching as well. Please be sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you like it. We appreciate all of your support. And I'm going to turn it over to my player to, spoiler, I already said who they are, but to let him introduce himself and who he'll be playing. So go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I am Minty Bow, and I have the utmost pleasure to be playing Roger Thompson, a now crumpled on the side of the interstate man, freshly inducted into the night, thinking he's hot shit, when everyone watching knows he's not. But you're not going to tell him that, are you?
Nope. All right, we're going to pick up just as the episode 1 ended, where we see a man being physically ejected from an open window of an RV. He sails through the air without grace, and smashes headfirst into the side of the road where he rolls and comes to a stop. He bounces up and looks and watches the fading lights of the RV where he had been riding with his sire, one Al Forrest, until just moments ago. And now Roger finds himself on the side of a highway, abandoned.
Roger
All up
finds
to you now.
Roger finds himself stunned for a moment, just getting up, wondering, okay, what the fuck is this? And as they watch the taillights dip over the horizon, it's just that moment of, this ragged him. Oh, I should have killed him the moment. Oh, I never should have bought. Nope. And it's spiraling, a series of very strong words that no mother would be proud to hear. Some other terms of phrase that would probably land them in hot water if it was filmed. And so much anger, so much hatred. For at least a span of 15 straight minutes. If anyone passed by, they're just a ranting lunatic on the road at this point. Our storyteller is muted, so I am taking that to mean they are speaking as God to you all, and I can't hear it.
Sorry about that. No cars have come by on either side of the road. It is almost dead silence.
gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna kill him. What is surrounding Roger at the moment?
There are off to the side of the road. It is really just grass and short bushes and some trees, kind of heading about as far as the eye can see. It's a clear night. You can see the stars. So there's full moonlight. There's maybe a hill, maybe about a quarter of a mile away, it looks like. There's no road signs. Nothing.
Well, Roger knows one thing. It's that any place is as good as where they're at right now. May as well get on top of a hill and see where the fuck anything is, if anything.
Okay.
So they'll stick by the road and head towards that way. If they have to deviate from it, so be it.
Okay. Yeah, he just starts off, I guess, just walking at a normal pace.
Yeah, he doesn't know what the knight has intended. He needs to keep his eyes sharp and everything sharp, really.
Yeah. He kind of runs out, kind of a slow jog towards that hill. No cars. I mean, it's for anyone who's lived near any kind of metropolitan area. You're used to cars come by all the time. Nothing. There's just no cars coming. As he heads towards the hill, his senses now are stronger than they used to be when he was alive. He can sense there's other things out here. Maybe a snake nearby. Maybe some birds. Maybe some crows or something. Maybe nesting in a tree. He gets to the hill. He's able to kind of scrabble up about halfway of it, till it kind of gets to a point where he's gonna probably have to really kind of dig in and try to pull himself up if he wants to get to the top.
Hey, no mountain is too high for him. Just gotta curse, grit your teeth, and bear it the whole way through.
Sounds good. Let's have him make probably a dex and athletics roll to try to kind of pull himself up to the top.
Everyone is awesome.
Everything is awesome. So, won't sing anymore. I don't want to get sued. So,
listen, everything here is creative adaptation and is covered by fair use. But in other news, that's 2 successes.
All right. Yeah, it takes him a little bit to kind of pull himself up. I mean, this is more like a small dirt hill, really. I mean, it's really in the distance. I mean, there are some more significant hills probably heading towards mountains, but he kind of pulls himself up and he gets a much better view of the area. He can spy in the distance. Now he was headed west originally, so he's kind of gone, we'll call it northwest a little bit, and can spy in the distance. Looks like a fenced off area. Can't tell exactly what's inside the fence, but there's a kind of about a quarter mile area fenced off. And if he waits long enough, he does see on the other side of the road, so he'd be heading east, a pair of headlights approaching.
Approximately, what is the likelihood I can get to the road before those headlights pass me by?
If you spent blood, I would probably let you add that to maybe your dex and athletics roll, but whether or not you're going to get there by the time, you'll be able to intersect, because this car is probably going about 90 miles an hour, and I don't think you run 90 miles an hour. So you can certainly try.
They're gonna have to, because out here, unless they find other shelter, they're dead the moment that sun comes up. So it's either intercept a car or find somewhere to hunker down. And right now, the car is the only thing in vision.
Okay.
So we're gonna tempt a little rouse of the blood.
Okay.
Search.
Sounds good.
And we are not hungrier.
Good.
Because we are running on spite.
Yeah.
Roger is pissed.
Because you should be at 1 hunger right now. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
The hunger's always in the back of the mind, just gnawing away, just like the next shot of tequila. But they can drink tequila still, but it doesn't taste the same, you know?
Yeah.
So we're gonna hit it. As Roger sees this car coming, they're still cursing, by the way. That it has not stopped. It's got more spaced out. We've had like a lull in it, but every once in a while he'll just say a word that would probably give your grandmother a heart attack. Like, it is not stopped. The hatred, the frustration, the betrayal, back-to-back betrayals, and now a betrayal of this order. No, it just hasn't stopped. And seeing that car, it's almost like it's fueling him. Just, I'm gonna get that bitch, I'm gonna get that bitch, I'm gonna get that motherfucking cocksucking son of a bitch. Like, in mantra.
All right.
Let's see if it actually does something, though.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
So it's only 2 successes.
Two
so
successes.
I'm betting not.
No, he is hauling ass towards the road. By the time he's even getting close to where the road is, that car is just about zipping by. So, does he do anything like jump up and down, wave his arms, or just ran up and shit?
No, they'll be making a scene. Like, they have to do this. Like, even if it means looking crazy, they're just gonna wave their hands and see. I just need them to stop. If I can get to talking, I can work my magic. I need them to stop, though.
You catch a glimpse of an older man driving. He just kind of glances over like, oh shit. Just... You don't know where this person came running out the road.
Just right on by.
Yeah, right on by. Yeah. You probably have a better chance of someone coming west.
Do I see any, like, debris? Like, any, like, animal carcasses, rotten logs, anything that would present a hazard?
Yeah, on the side of the road you see some treads that fall off trucks. As a trucker, he would recognize these. There's probably some, odd cans and things like that on the side of the road. Animal carcasses, though. Let's see. That's probably, if this is werewolf, it'd be one thing I'd have you roll.
If only.
Probably. Maybe wits and investigation.
Alright. I guess 2 is just the magic number tonight. That is only 2 successes.
You can smell that maybe somewhere nearby there's something dead. Probably, maybe you'd have to backtrack a little bit. You maybe smell something dead.
They'll put the treads on the road first before they leave this area, because if they're not going to stop for Roger, they're going to make them stop.
Okay.
Like, they tried doing this the easy way.
Mm-hmm.
Now we do it the Roger way.
Okay. Roger. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we'll say he just kind of lays those in the road, almost kind of like a spike strip in a way. So, okay.
If someone runs it, they're going to be in some pain.
Okay. All right. So he lays those out. Okay. Doesn't see anybody coming. So he's probably been out here about 20 minutes, half an hour. Checking his watch, it's probably about, I forget what time we said originally it was. So to be fair, I'm going to say it's about 12:30. Because I didn't write down what time it was, so I'll be fair. He does not have his phone. Remember, that got chucked.
Nah. Like, the phone got chucked, but do they still have the pocket mat? Or did that get lost in the scuffle?
No, I think he still has that. Yeah, because Al had just asked for the phone. So yeah, he probably still has his map, has his watch, so he can tell what time it is. So
they'll pull out the map and see if they can try to figure out where the fuck am I. If I can at least narrow down the road, maybe I can figure out a way to get the hell somewhere else.
Being a trucker, he's probably come this way at least once. If you can give me, I want to see if he can remember though. Let's just do like intelligence and awareness to see if he can just remember maybe the last road sign he saw.
Listen, Roger is nothing if not intelligent. I love how I said that as a joke, and I need you to to know that that's the first time I've crit on something today.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, because he has a 1 in intelligence and a 1 in or 2 in awareness. So.
Hey, listen. Sometimes the tequila makes brain cells. They don't tell you that in school.
Yeah. He remembers that there is a town coming up. Maybe 10 miles, maybe 15 miles. The speed you go out here, it still seems like it takes forever to get anywhere. He remembers a town maybe called Bighorn. It was a little town that maybe had just a couple of stoplights, and there is a real Bighorn, Montana. So if anyone's ever been there or lives there, sorry, I'm just World of Darknessing it. So.
Yeah, nice town. We're just gonna borrow that from them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Google is for.
Is this something along the road now, or they would have to like go through some back country?
He could really just follow the highway. He thinks it's about 10 miles west.
All right.
And but he can also stay. He can get off the road a little bit. And it's springtime, I believe we said. So, sun's probably going to be up 6ish something. So he's got to move if he's going to try to get there. He probably will not get there before sunrise though, unless he burns a lot of blood to run faster.
They're going to start running and sticking close to the road.
Okay.
And right now, their best option is stick to the road. And if a driver comes by, well, hey, there's my ride. But it's either move or die. And we are moving for now.
Okay. Can you roll me just roll me 1d10?
So that's a 9.
A 9. Okay. As he's running, he hears a screech of tires far back from him.
The spot where they set up the...
Yeah. And then looking back, he does see a pair of headlights that they... And he sees that this vehicle had kind of gone over to the side of the road and now has continued going straight and is heading his way.
They'll slow down. They'll start breathing. Did Al ever teach Roger how to look human? Or was that something Al just never got around to do?
Never got around to, no. They were too busy having fun, killing people and drinking their blood, so...
Fair enough. As one does. Roger's still new, so they probably don't know how to do that yet. So they'll just try and act natural, just, going along the way, got the shades on, bopping, and they'll look as if they're only moderately curious and not considering whether they can charm or kill the person inside for the vehicle. Just wave them up.
He watches the vehicle approach. It is a Montana State Police car pulling towards him.
You know what they say about being careful what you wish for? And in the inside, it's Roger going, I ain't got a warrant here. I ain't want a warrant here. I should be fine. We got this. This Thompson method up in this bitch.
And as it gets closer to him, it flips on its lights and just kind of pulls up next to him a little, just a little bit behind him, and stops.
They'll stop and they'll wait because they know better than to make any uncertain moves in front of a police officer in this country.
Okay. After about a moment or two, door opens and a woman about maybe mid-30s gets out. She steps out, puts on her hat, gets out and starts kind of walking. She says, "You okay, buddy?"
Well, I still got 2 legs and 2 arms, so that could definitely be worse. But it seems as if the Lord sent me a saving angel.
Break down somewhere?
More like shacked up with the wrong person that stole my truck.
Oh. She stops about 10 feet from you. You got any ID on you?
Left it in the cab, sadly. I'm trying to get to Bighorn so I can call into my company.
So you have no kind of ID on you?
Got a pretty face, but sadly nothing on paper.
And she kind of chuckles and says, "What's your name?"
And as they say their response, they remember that they're supposed to be good at bullshitting. I mean, apparently Ravnos are. So they're going to try and just whatever vampiric charisma there is, whatever bullshit that is,
Okay.
just layer that into their words.
Yeah, because he's got let me see what he got. He's got
They have awe.
awe. Yeah, I think awe is more of like a passive thing. Okay. Yeah, you turn that on and she's kind of stops. And so what was your name again? Yeah, like she like kind of asks again after a moment.
Sorry, I got carried away by emotion of it all. You can call me Roger Stone.
Roger Stone. She's like, okay, where are you from?
Originally from a suburb outside Chicago, but family got messy. Didn't want to be a part of it. Been on the road since.
Okay. She's like, just stay here. I'll be right back.
Sure, I'll do some jumping jacks and calisthenics while I'm waiting.
She goes back to squad car, gets in, and you see her. You can kind of see in a little bit with your better vision. She's like at a keyboard. She's typing something in.
Well, the worst that happens is they find out there's no Roger Stone, in which case Roger has the utmost defense. Blame technology or blame someone else. Never admit that you're wrong. Someone else is always wrong. That's the first rule of bullshitting. And if you can make it as far away but still connected as possible, hey, they can't check it. Not easily. And they don't need a lie to last forever.
While he's waiting, he does see headlights from another vehicle approaching. Same, head west, same way.
Are they being watched by the police officer?
Yeah, she glances up every now and then.
I'm trying to see if Roger would know how to do something. The Ravenous clan has a wonderful set of abilities, but none more characteristic than the practice of chimeristry. So was that something Al ever got around to even mentioning?
Yeah, we'll say so. Yeah.
Perfect.
Maybe kind of taught him how to use it just a little bit, maybe as like a distraction for somebody. I mean, not full on make them hallucinate or something like that. But maybe it was like a kind of a quick, hey, here's how you can do this.
I need to look it up because player.
Okay.
Frankly, I've not used it very much, but Roger's seen that car and plans coming together.
Okay.
And they will invoke whatever this is. They don't know how to describe this feeling of pushing their blood to actually make just this simple little thing.
Mm-hmm.
But they are going to attempt to use chimeristry to make the officer hear gunshots.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me look at the discipline for a second here. Because I remember it's in here. It's in the companion guide.
Yep, page 25.
Page 25, thank you. Page 25. Oh, that's right. It's under obfuscate. Okay. Yeah, so it would be your manipulation and obfuscate against their composure and wits. So, yeah, let me. And you have to do a rouse check for it.
Yep.
Okay.
And this moment of pushing blood.
Okay.
I am scared by the fact that a rouse check could be a critical, because that does not bode well. Anytime I have played here, I roll well at the beginning, and then everything goes to shit later. But you know what? That's a vampire. That's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's awesome.
Everything is
Not
awesome.
copyrighted.
Yep. All right.
All right. Manipulation plus obfuscate.
Obfuscate, yeah. And
Which, you know, is not the worst pool ever.
Let's see.
So, the good news, I got 3 successes. The bad news is I also have a red skull. So, I forgot how you play that for V5, but I leave that up to your judgments.
Yeah. Okay, so you got 3 successes plus the red skull?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, so you still got 3 successes. You did. Yeah, I think you got more successes than you got the skulls, though. So it's not bad. Yeah, you remember how to manipulate things, and she looks up and immediately looks at you.
Oh, the minute she jolts up, they were diving down to hit the deck as if they're trying to avoid being shot.
Yeah, and that's when this other vehicle goes by, right? And as you kind of peek up, you see her. She kind of sticks her head out of the vehicle, and then closes her door, and then the siren comes back on.
They'll wave the moment the door opens.
Yeah, and she's like, "Are you okay? I heard there were shots."
I suppose so, ma'am. I don't have anything on me, do I?
And she comes out. It's kind of comes out in a crouch, and you see she's got her Glock out.
They'll hold their hands up, just just so she knows that they're not having anything in their hands that could hurt her.
And she kind of gets out. She's still looking around, and then you see she kind of leans back in and she's talking on her radio, and she says. It gives her location. Shots fired from vehicle headed west. Request units in Bighorn to be on the lookout for. And she describes this vehicle, and she says, "Sir, are you sure you're okay?"
Well, I'm all right now, but if I might impose, if that's going to be how the road treats me tonight, would it be too forward to ask for a ride to Bighorn, just to the outskirts of town?
She's like, sure, yeah, come on.
And they'll get in the back seat as if
she's gonna give him a quick pat down first.
Oh.
I don't believe he has anything on him. Does he have a knife or anything?
Let's actually check his inventory, because I'm trying to see what he would have on him if he got thrown out. No, he wouldn't have had the toolkit. Sunglasses, pocket map. Would he have had his gun on him when he got thrown out? And would that still be on him?
Probably. He probably still has it, yeah. What kind of holster did he have? Or was it just in his waistband or something?
Just in the waistband.
Roll me a d10. There's no luck in this game. That's how I use luck.
This is the part where So that's a 7. This is the part where the dice will stab me in the back. I feel it coming.
It's gone. Yeah, it fell out somewhere. So it's probably somewhere on the side of the road.
You know what? We can replace a gun. I can't
Okay.
replace an escape route. That's
I'm gonna-
fine for now.
I'm gonna have her look around actually, see if she notices. Now that you mention it, let's see. Because as she's looking around, because she did hear a gun go off. Let's see. Now let's see. Let's go with. Sorry, just should go faster.
It's all good. But Roger's just doing their best to portray nervousness, even though they are nervous, but for very different reasons. But they have to appear human nervous, not used to be human, now immortal, bloodsucker, damned bastard of the night nervous.
She kind of gives a look like she sees something, but is still kind of on edge, and kind of makes a quick decision to just continue check you, and then she's like, okay, and opens up the back door and says, come on in, or get in.
Thank you kindly, ma'am. And they'll hop in,
Okay.
buckle up safely.
And then she gets out and she's kind of walking along the grass, like now actively looking for something.
They'll sit, no sudden movements, but they're looking everywhere to see what is it here and what could I potentially use if this gets ugly.
There's really nothing back there. I mean, there's just that roll cage, like between you and the driver. No, there's really nothing. There's actually, I don't even know if there's seatbelts on. I guess there has to be seatbelts in a cop car, but
What?
whether or
Like,
not
I get
they're
arrested, now I have to be unsafe. What kind of country? Oh, well,
exactly.
you know what? I answered my own question.
Yeah, don't ask that question. You see her kind of stoop, and looks like she's looking at something, and she heads back to the car, and then she opens up the right side passenger door, and she's like, has a gun in her hand. She goes, "Is this yours?"
No, ma'am. I left my piece at the truck, which is part of the reason why I'm so nervous to get it back.
She has this look like she doesn't believe you.
Oh, it's time for the full amounts of bullshit.
Okay.
But seeing that she might not be buying it, he just holds his hands up. Now, look, I understand how this looks, but I can assure you everything I've had, my cell phone, my wallet, my map, my manifest papers for what I was hauling, and the phone number to a very certainly crazy individual I decided to tag along with on this road, everything was in the truck. All I got on me is a map, shades, all my limbs. Trust and believe.
So are you trying to sell a performance? Trying to use charisma and maybe performance, or are you going more manipulation?
Oh, they are fully manipulating because they're selling a full story lie.
Okay. Go ahead and give me whichever role you want to.
I think subterfuge would probably make more sense for this one since it's a full-on straight lie.
That's
truth.
absolutely good. Yeah, because she's skeptical.
Okay, so it's only 2 successes.
She's all right. Take you to Bighorn, and closes the door, and she goes back to her trunk. She opens up the trunk, kind of rustling around in there for a little bit. Closes it, gets in, and she looks even though there's no traffic coming, still looks. Says, "So, Mr. Stone, any idea why someone might be shooting at us out here?"
Well, I guess people are just jealous of 2 well-looking individuals. But in all truthfulness, I got no idea. I just assume that's kind of what folks around these kinds of parts do for fun. Have a couple beers, think they see something moving. Oh, it's a bear!
She's like, "No, No, it's actually been pretty quiet out here lately.
You're lucky.
There's a gas station just on the edge of town. I can drop you there. You can get cleaned up and maybe get a phone call or something to if you know somebody's number who can get you a ride.
I know a couple folks' numbers, but I'm worried they may not be able to send someone until maybe the next evening at the earliest.
Okay.
It's kind of funny how they always have money for all these jobs, but never forget me out of a pickle.
She's kind of glancing up at you occasionally. She says, "Got a little bit of road rash there."
Just a little. I look like I got damn near skinned on the road. The moment I saw them taking off after I had to stop for a little trucker's break, went full sprint after them on an incline, and just ate copious amounts of shit. Pardon my language.
I heard it. About close to 10 minutes. You pull into a kind of a small old gas station, literally the kind that has service. You don't see those much anymore, and kind of a little convenience store kind of. And she gets out, kind of opens the door for you. She says, "Come on in. We'll talk to Manute."
Talk to who?
The kid who's on night shift. And you.
Night shifts.
Yep. And you get. She goes, "Oh, they're fancy out here. They have 24-hour convenience stores out here." And just kind of chuckles. Yep. You open the door. There is some kind of Caribbean music, you would think, blaring. Nobody in the store. She walks towards the counter. There is a bored kid. Looks like he's not from around here, but nonetheless, sitting behind the counter, has some kind of video game T-shirt on or something. He's sitting there looking at his phone. When the trooper walks up, she kind of taps fingers, says, "Manute." Guy doesn't look up. She's like, taps a little harder. She's like, "Manute," and he's like, "What the fuck?" "Oh, hey, trooper. I'm sorry. I didn't see you there." And you can smell a little bit of cannabis in the air, and actually a lot of cannabis in the air, and he kind of scrambles like on his phone and like turns the music like way down. And she says, "This is Roger."
Pleasure to meet you. Sorry to interrupt your titillating shift here.
And he kind of like almost like rubbing like sleep on him. And she's like, "Let him use your phone. Call for a ride." And he's like, yeah. And he kind of slides over a cell phone to you. And she says, "I'm going to get a coffee. I'll be right back." So she kind of starts heading towards the side of the store.
Roger will punch in a number that they know won't answer. The number to their old phone that just got chucked out the road. Safest bet they can make at this moment because they have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll hit the numbers and do the casual like, come on.
And Manute is he stands up. He's kind of a tall, thin kid, actually. You think maybe he's from Africa, maybe originally, maybe somewhere in South America. You're just not sure. But he kind of stretches, and he very long kind of wingspan of arms, and he's like, so what happened to you, man? You look like you got beat up or something.
Huh. Beat up by a woman with a bad name on my heart. Got my whole truck stolen, and now I'm having to live the nomad life.
Damn. Man, that sucks.
Thankfully, our friend over there was kind enough to offer me a lift after some folks tried to use us as target practice on the side of the road.
What?
Is that what y'all do around these parts? Or
No, man, nothing happens out here. There's no drive-bys around here, except for stupid rednecks who come in with their hunting rifles and, you know, come in here and threaten me because I'm black. But other than that, nah, it's most parts it's pretty cool out here.
they'll get all of this. Race, gender, poor as shit. Though I'm not as bad off, but still, they gonna come for all of us someday, ain't they?
And the trooper comes up with their coffee, and Manute goes, "Oh no, it's on the house, you know." And she goes, maybe get a little air freshener in here occasionally if you're gonna be getting high on a night shift. And he's like, "Oh, we'll and she just kind of chuckles, and she says, "Get Roger a water or something. He's not looking too good."
Nah, I just need to wash up. I'll be perfectly fine.
And
Made of sturdy stuff.
And she says, "Were you able to get in touch with somebody?"
Went right to voicemail. I'm betting money they not even awake right now. So I'll just have to wait till the morning. See what I can do then. But
there's a hotel, couple of maybe about a mile or two from here. You got to go through town, and then there's a small hotel. You can maybe get a room for the night, but you're gonna have to find a way to get some money. So, but I'll leave you to it.
Hey, they say I'm an entrepreneurial, that's the word. They say I'm one of them types. But you have a mighty fine evening, and thank you for your kindness.
You're welcome. And she says, "Manute?" And he's like, yeah. She's like, "Just try to stay sober for the rest of your shift till JT gets in." And he's like, yeah, no, it's all good. And second she leaves the door, he starts to crank the music back up. And he's like, "Dude, you need the bathroom." He kind of reaches under the counter and pulls out like literally keys on like a brick. And he's like, he's like, "You're a customer, so yeah, go ahead and use it."
Much obliged. Yeah, before I head off, you seem an interesting person to chat with. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And they'll go to the restroom, and they're not strutting like a peacock, but as if getting some of that, that homeboy charm. Not homeboy, what is it? Down home charm kind of back. And the minute that bathroom door shuts, it's... Okay. No. Pull themselves together, not immediately want to just go ape shit and kill someone and steal a car. No, they have to go through the hoops because they had to be nice. And now technically Roger's in someone's debt, so now they have to pay it back by not killing anyone. Because nothing comes for free.
The face that looks back at him in the mirror is not a face he recognizes. It is pale and drawn, and he has kind of a scrape mark across his forehead, which is slowly fading.
What a fucking night. And they'll wash themselves up. They may not care, but people are really finicky about being dirty,
It's probably pushing 2 o'clock in the morning now, so four more hours till dawn.
They'll clean up. They'll flush the toilet as if they used it,
Mm-hmm.
and come back out. Whew.
Manut's
You know,
back on his phone.
just very loudly. You never realize how much walking on the road takes out of you until you get a minute to stop. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. So, where were you headed?
I was originally heading to West Coast. Had a shipment over there. Simple. Just a bunch of freaking EpiPens and crap. Well, maybe not that, but, you know, the medical stuff they just throw in a box. I don't even remember. But, picked up this one girl after breaking up with another boy. Figured, hey, have like nice little trip, bonding time. And then I picked up one girl, and then she brought along the personalities of 5, and one of them thought it'd be a good idea to live the trucker life herself.
Oh.
So now I've got to deal with that, and they're gonna just love how I dealt with that.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't know. I'd say yeah. You gotta find her and beat that bitch up, but I don't know.
Right now, I need to just take a hit of whatever you're having at this point. And speaking
Oh,
of,
yeah.
I'm surprised you're able to find a spot out here for it. You self-grow or you buy?
Buy.
Who
And
from,
he-
if you don't mind?
And he's like, how do I know you're not a cop?
Do you want me to flash you in front of the cameras for mutually assured destruction, or...
He's
Besides, you just saw a cop that don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. If you want to check me for a camera, you're more than welcome to. And if you're wanting to do a cavity search, well, take me out to dinner first.
and he gives that like stoner kind of laugh, like in a way, laughing way too much. And he's like, nah. He's like, I mean, I don't. I know a dude, but like, yeah, he might be up now. I don't know. So he's like, but I heard you don't got no money. So
I'm very entrepreneurial. Folks forget how to get by without a job, you know?
he's like, all right. So hang on. He's back to his phone. He's texting. You're just waiting while he's apparently texting somebody. A couple cameras in the store. Very typical small convenience store. We've all been in them. Outside, a vehicle pulls up to one of the pumps. It looks like it's like a work truck, maybe like a plumber or something. Pulls up, and Manute comes back and says, all right, he can come by, probably about 45 minutes.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. He's like, all right. He's like, all right. He's like, when he gets here, I'll tell you. You gotta do that outside the store, though, man.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just about to go and stretch my legs outside while I figured out a plan.
He's like, all right, yeah. Then you'll see him. He's got a black Camry. He'll be here.
Much obliged.
Okay. All right. Manute goes back to outside. You see some guys has gotten out of the truck, and he's starting to fill up.
They'll lean against the wall on the outside and just watch him. They may be a blood-sucking creature of the night, but that doesn't mean they're the only threat. So all it takes is someone looking at them sideways to be a problem.
Yeah, guy's back is to you right now. As he's filling up, stops the pump, turns around, then he's kind of like a heavy set guy, kind of greasy black hair. He's got a ball cap on for some plumbing service or something, and he kind of sees you watching him, He's kind of like, the fuck you looking at?
Does he actually say it? Or
Yeah. He actually looks over you. He just goes, the fuck you looking at?
Only thing interesting about 2 country miles?
He just shrugs. He's a tough guy who's going to mouth off to you, but, people talk back and not going to do anything about it. And just shrugs, goes to get back in his truck.
Don't keep an eye on him, just make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Nah,
make sure
he
this
gets
isn't
in.
one of them homegrowns.
He gets in, turns on the truck, leaves.
Plus, they've got a idea for that later.
Okay.
Now the main plan.
Okay.
Evil main plan as I pet the cat, yes.
I was gonna say, like Dr. Evil.
$1 million.
Okay. About 45 minutes later, a black Camry slides up into the parking lot, and steps out is a girl. Looks like maybe late teens, early 20s. She has blonde hair, like pulled up in like a tight bun, kind of messy thing. She's got it's kind of got a sweatshirt on and some jeans, and steps out. And she's like looking at her phone, and she starts to walk towards the store, and she's like, "What's up?"
What's up? I suppose you're who I meet.
She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Just over here," and like kind of pulls you over towards like where the garage is. And she's like, "What do you need?"
Really, it's more of what I can do for y'all.
She goes, "Dude, it's late, early, whatever you want to call it. What do you want to buy?"
Yeah. I want to buy a position.
She's like, "I ain't fucking anybody, man. The hell are you talking
didn't
about?"
ask you to.
So a position? What are you talking
I'm
about?
trying to give you an opportunity. How big is your operation? Just you? 1, 2 other people?
So are you a fucking cop?
I know that sounds so very much narc.
She's like, "Yeah, I mean, who the fuck comes out?" She's like, "Dude, I don't know." She starts like she's gonna try to walk away from you.
Now hold on. Because I think there's a money thing for you.
And you see she kind of like reaches behind her, like thinking she's gonna get jacked. So
You do that now, you miss out on $1,000. Triple that when the shipment's done.
Who do you work for?
Who I work for ain't something that you need to know. All that you need to know is that we're trying to expand operations. I prefer working through work.
She goes, "Into Bighorn?" Yeah. It was like, is the cartel coming to take over Bighorn?
Maybe. Maybe we need something out here.
She's like, you gotta be tripping or something, man. I don't know.
Oh well, I'm not the one tripping. That's the one in there who has all the best things to say about your product.
Oh, Manu? Oh yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, he's all right.
Good kid. But I'm not talking about just selling to good kids at service stations overnight, trying to go by 2, 3, 4 a.m., going full Cheech and Chong. For you, how does the West Coast sound? I mean suppliers in places that I can't exactly be caught with certain things, and considering your illustrious forces out here that I've seen so far, well, this seems a prime opportunity. But I don't have the setup or the contacts. All I have is what I have out there. Nothing here. And that's where you come in.
So, what are we talking? Just some weed, maybe some meth here and there.
Weed.
What?
I'm talking everything under the sun. I'm talking about green, I'm talking about needles, I'm talking about spoons and tabs and everything you could ever think of. Not all at once, of course, that's just ridiculous, even I know that. But what I do know is people aren't looking in places here. Because who would look at Bighorn for, a cartel operation link? Who would look here for a drug trade route? And that's exactly what I want to capitalize on. Don't you get it? Hide in plain sight.
All right. I'm listening.
You come with me to set up a meeting. $1,000. And if we come out of that meeting with a deal, $3,000 bonus, along with orders and a commission for how much we sell.
I just sell this, I just sell the shit out of my trailer, man. I ain't.
You don't just sell shit out of your trailer. You're locally sourced and organic. You really gotta market yourself,
And she kind of gives this like shy smile, like, okay.
Now I ain't got nothing on me but my word, but do right by me, and I do right by folks that do right by me. Just show me the operation so I can get a gauge on it, and we can talk business. But I don't think you want to do that here with Big Brother watching inside.
All right, subterfuge and where's he going? I think more charisma and subterfuge.
Oh, they are so like they're not trying to make her do anything per se.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, they're the real thing.
Yeah.
Also, I realized I had the beautiful merit and have not been using that, so I am stupid, is what we've discovered.
Okay.
So don't mind me. I just have to pull up. But they are words, English, yes. So that's 3 successes. We haven't had a messy or a bestial yet, which is fascinating.
Yeah. And she's like, all right, what, now or when?
Might as well do it now. If we do it during the day, then someone could see us going off somewhere. We gotta minimize risk here.
You got a car or what?
Nope. Had to minimize and had to rough it here. They didn't want me to be tracked with anything.
She's like, all right, where we gotta go then?
Show me where you grow it.
She's all right, and she kind of starts to walk towards the store. She's like, I just gotta grab some smokes.
I'll wait here.
Okay. She goes in. You watch her. She goes up to the counter. She's talking minute for a minute or two. You see him kind of look out, look at you, and then she does buy a pack of cigarettes. Comes back out, and she's like, "All right, yeah, let's go. What's your name?"
Roger Stone.
Roger Stone.
Pleasure to meet you. And they'll offer a hand to shake.
Mm-hmm. And she puts out kind of a small hand, but gives you kind of a firm handshake. She says, "Mariah."
Nice to meet you.
Yep. Gets in, and you get to her car. She has to push it off the front seat. It's like, and she's like, "Sorry about that." She's kind of just like literally, they push this. You barely have enough room to put your feet. We've all been in cars like that. You barely have enough room to put your feet in.
It's the wrappers. It's the to-go boxes. Mm-hmm. It's the Walmart bags. It's the umbrella. The 2 umbrellas because they lost the first one. Now it's showing up again.
Exactly. You even see her taking some stuff. She's just like throwing it in the back seat, and you notice there is a car seat in the back seat with a kind of a like a pink blanket on it, and she kind of gets in. She's kind of gets everything settled and pulls out of the gas station. So kind of starts heading kind of back towards Bighorn. So
Roger will keep up the small talk. Not trying to push the drug thing at the moment unless she asks, but they'll just chat.
Yeah. So how'd you end up here in middle of nowhere?
They're wanting us to find some new routes throughout the mountain country is what they call it. Really, it's just hills and dirt from what I've seen. And because some...
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
And because some idiot decided, I'm gonna put a fucking company credit card on for a rental over in Waco, well, now they just drop us off at the edge of the territory and expect us to get by.
So do you work for like some like big pharmaceutical company or something?
Pharmacopoeia would be one of their industries, but very much, shall we say, not in the official Google tab.
All right. You drive for about 10 minutes till you get back out to what seems like middle of nowhere. And there's a small, kind of a small farm that's got kind of a small area that has a bunch of trees around it. They look like they've been very small trees, but they look like they've been planted recently. And when she kind of pulls up to it, and there's a small fence around it, kind of a chain link fence, and she gets out first, and you notice that she kind of reaches behind her back again, like as she's like adjusting something. And she's
They'll
like,
wait.
Yep. She's like, okay, Roger, let's take a look.
Ladies first.
You go in, and there is kind of like a small greenhouse with a modest selection of plants. I mean, we are not talking a big greenhouse, very small, very homegrown hydroponics setup. It seems to do her for what she does. And at the far edge of it looks to be like the assembly table, but other than there's like real small setup.
Alright. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Not for a major supplier, but product seems nice, and Manuel seemed to have nothing but good things to say about it. I could use a blend of smaller suppliers.
Like we said, locally sourced.
Now you're catching on. So how long you been running this operation?
3 years.
You ever had any close calls?
Maybe.
You're still
Gotcha.
here at the moment.
She says most of my customers know how to keep it on the down low. I don't charge a whole lot, so nobody has any problems. She's like, but a girl has to watch out for herself.
We all gotta watch out for ourselves. Watch out for number one, you and Yell.
So what are we talking? You're looking to just turn me into a farmer then?
Well, you got the perfect space for it, but I think there's something even better. And they'll gesture to the farmland and to the greenhouse. Now, let's suppose that my folks could get maybe a helper or two over here. What do you think you could do with that?
I can get my own.
Do you trust your own?
More than I know. I'll try that again. More than someone I don't know.
It's always the ones you do know that want to stab you in the back. But, fair enough.
Okay.
How quickly could you get them on board?
She's like, dude, it's going on 4 o'clock in the morning. What are we talking? Are we drawing up paperwork here? What I mean?
Just making sure that we're on the same page.
She's like, I don't know,
Now,
man.
why don't you show me some of the varieties you got here? I need to know what we're getting into.
And she'll take you through some of the plants. The storyteller does not know everything about weed to know about
Don't
different
worry, you don't need to
strains
for
and
what's about to happen.
and all that. But you know, she has a modest homegrown variety, we'll say.
So, I need to look up a discipline because we're gonna be getting some stains in a second.
Okay.
As Roger is going along, they're keeping a respectful distance, making sure they're at the periphery of her vision.
Oh yeah, she always makes sure that like her back is never turned to you. So.
And the moment that they can, maybe not a full at a blind sight, or actually, I can make my own blind sight because I can do something with Chimerastery. I'm going to use Chimerastery to make her hallucinate the sound of a baby crying at the other end of the greenhouse away from me.
You prick. All right.
You gave me the ammo.
Oh, no.
How dare you be mad I fire
Oh,
it?
no, I know. No, I love it.
Let's
All
see,
right.
do we get hungry? Is the question.
Let's see, so she needs to do composure and wits. Yeah,
We
it would.
do get hungry.
Yeah. Okay. So composure and wits then. Okay. So that always seems weird that it's two attributes. Like normally it's an attribute and a skill, but
I guess it goes more for like the deep-seated like mental fortitude to be like, hey,
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
yeah.
And
Okay.
because I really need this to work, I'm risking some blood here to pump up
Okay.
manipulation.
All right.
Everything goes fine when you risk things in Vampire.
Mhm.
It's fine. Calculate risk.
It's all fine.
That was also a failure.
Oh.
Alright, so we're hungry 3.
Okay. All right.
Oh, we're hungry.
Yeah. You've recognized something within you that you haven't experienced before, and it's just this. She looks delicious. Skinny little strung out thing. She wouldn't put up much of a struggle.
Not yet. We gotta do this right. And that was almost a messy crit, but that is 3 successes.
Okay. She's watching you, but okay. And then that's when you unleash the now it's supposed to be coming from where again?
Wherever Roger is, the other direction, like the closest door or whatever, like the
Okay.
baby has like just started wailing.
And she turns around. She goes, "Laney."
That's the moment they attack.
Okay. All right. Yeah. She looks away. Okay. All right. And probably he's just jumping on her just to.
Rush forward, fangs
Okay.
in the minute they get close.
Okay. Just for flavor, give me a strength and brawl.
I can do that. Maybe. 2 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you've got her down, and you begin to drink from her, and as she starts to fall limp. How much are you taking?
Enough to where she's gonna be woozy, but not enough to kill her, at least by their estimates. But they are not very experienced at this, so however that plays out is not really their concern. They just need the blood and the keys to the car.
We're gonna say 2 dots to get you down to 1 hunger, and yeah, you're able to get her keys, and yeah, and then what do you do with her once you got the keys? Just leave her on the floor, or?
Technically, they didn't kill her, but she is giving them a car. car. So they'll do her the favor of, propping her up against the wall and then stealing a tarp from her greenhouse, because that's not a car. That's their mobile base for now to get the hell out of here.
All right.
They've got wheels and they've got a plan, and it's time to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Okay. Yeah, it's after 4 a.m., so you got maybe less than 2 hours till dawn. So, okay, yeah, you get the car. As you get in the car, you see that pink blanket sitting on the car seat in the back.
They chucked the car seat out because they can't have that right now. Focus. We're not that much of a monster, right? We didn't take the kid or their seat. We just took the car.
Takes it, throws it out. Okay. All right.
Take it, throw it out.
All right. You got, it's 4:15.
They need to get as far away from here as possible, but they also need to be in a spot where they could maybe get some shade along with the tarp. So they're going to cut due north to see if they can run into something other than just the scrublands.
Now, there is a hotel in this town.
There is a hotel, but now there's also a woman that has a car stolen with a direct line of sight to Roger.
Good point.
They've got a trunk. Okay. There's a tarp.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you get out of Bighorn. Are you going west? Or are you going east? Like basically.
They're gonna try and go north a bit and then continue to the west.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you get to you probably get back out to the road you were on, I think, which was 94, and that seems like about the fastest route, but there are some more back road kind of options.
They'll take it for the speed, and then the last 45 minutes hop on a back road to find a secluded spot to park the car.
Okay.
And just wrap up in the tarp.
Okay. Now, is he going to wrap up in the tarp in the trunk? How's he doing this?
Oh, in the trunk, because minimize every risk possible.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he has the riskiest shit.
There's tons of shit in there. Just throws all that shit out. Wraps himself up in the tarp. Closes the thing, and then the deathless sleep takes you. And the next thing he knows, and he feels the sun has gone down. His eyes open in darkness. Give me another rouse check, please.
Because we've had nothing but amazingness happen with rouse checks. It's fine. It's fine. That's a failure, but it's fine.
Okay, so is it 2 hunger then? Okay. All right. You kind of pull yourself out of the tarp, open up the trunk, because we all know modern cars, you can open up the trunk from inside.
Just like...
Yep. And looks out, and the sun has gone down. Maybe a little bit of rain. Looks like it rained during the day. But it's kind of just still sitting on a quiet road.
They'll need to find a new ride soon. There's only so much time that lady could be out of commission before she reports the crime. And now there's a cop and a direct line to Roger. So they need to find a new vehicle ASAP.
Okay. All right. So is he just going to get in and just continue heading west, or not heading back towards town, I would imagine?
Oh, no.
Okay, that's
They'll
what
hop in and continue heading west, but they're going to try and stay off the main road for now. Because until they put enough distance, there's still a chance they could run into troopers.
He's only got about a half tank of gas, so...
Oh, shit.
And out here, you go a long ways between towns that have gas stations, so...
Shit. They're going to have to figure something out.
Okay.
They will open up their pocket map and see, is there any even settlements besides Bighorn? Because they pretty much are now going to become a wanted criminal in Bighorn.
Yeah, he takes a look, and he's like, God, looks like 25 miles till maybe the next town. And I can tell you from experience in driving in Montana, you might get to a town that has no gas station. We're used to back east where there's a 7-Eleven like every 2 feet. It's not like that.
Shit.
Yeah. but maybe about 25 miles to the next town.
In all the trash in this car, do they see anything like a tire pump or hosing?
No,
Damn.
Nothing really. No.
Right.
But I want to have you give me a wits and investigation now, as you maybe start to search the car.
Yeah, because we gotta take advantage of our surrounding wits investigation. 5-2. This is fine. Only 2 successes, but this is fine.
Okay. In the glove box, he finds a Visa gift card for $50, and on it there's a on the piece of paper there's a note on there. It says, for emergency purposes only, love, Mom.
Aw, thank you, Mom. And they are gonna have to risk it. Do they know a route to get around town to the gas station without going into downtown or any major areas?
So backtrack to that same gas station, or you could try to look for another gas station.
They don't have a phone. They can't look anything up. The pocket map probably doesn't list gas stations.
No.
They'll have to backtrack to that gas station and just quick in, quick out.
Okay.
And hope that Manu isn't working.
Okay. This is gonna be challenging. Let's go with wits and streetwise.
This is fine. They're ignoring the gnawing hunger at the back of their head because that's... I just fed you. We just ate. Patience. It's a part of the plan. There's always a plan, and you will be fed if you follow it. And that is 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah, he manages to kind of scoot around, doesn't see any police, gets back to that same gas station. Anut's not working yet. So it's probably 7, and it doesn't look like there's another clerk working, an older woman there.
It's just not even go inside. Can they pay at the pump, or do they have to go inside?
No, yeah, he can pay at the pump.
It's immediate.
They're fancy like that. So.
Man, they are so innovative here. Who knew? It's immediate pull up to the pump. Use the card. Not all of it. We'll use half of it for gas now and save the rest for later down the line.
All right, so you got up to maybe like 3/4 of a tank. So.
And then just the same way that they came in, same way they going out. We keep it smooth.
All right. So again, still about 25 miles maybe to the next town.
Against all odds, we have succeeded. For now. Vampire, you never succeed for long. Your choices catch up with you. But that's for tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
Yep.
For now, they have a car, decent amount of gas, maybe some things on their conscience for later, but that's a later problem.
All right. And it's time for me to make up the name of a town, because I could just Google another town in Montana, but I think I'm just going to come up Elkhurst. And it's a small town compared to Bighorn. As you get into, you get a sign that says, "Welcome to Elkhurst." Speed limit is 20 miles an hour. There is a grain store, a feed store, looks like an old school mom and pop diner, a lodge of some sort, maybe an Elks Lodge, maybe, and not much else.
How busy is?
A church. Excuse me. There's got to be a church. So
there's got to be at least 3, but the other 2 are
exactly.
how busy is this town this time of night?
Dead. I mean, even at we're saying it's 8:30 or something. Dead. I mean, maybe the diner is open. Maybe a couple cars there. There's no other cars anywhere. So. You've found the nightlife. So
Oh, how riveting it seems. Um, they'll look at the diner and try to get an image of how is this laid out? Are there cars in the back, in the front? Is it only a front? How easy would it be to slip in and really appreciate some of these vehicles that we have
you see maybe 2 cars in the back, 3 up front. So you assume probably the employees park in the back, and any customers are up front.
They'll slide around to the back, and no rushed movements, just to park. Is anyone having a smoke break?
No.
Alright. They're gonna have to be quick about this. The nearest car, go in. Is it unlocked?
Nope. It's a Nissan Juke. I think it's one of the newer cars that are out, or something like that.
Are any of these older cars?
One of them is the other one is like maybe a 90. We're gonna say a 98 Toyota Corolla.
It's weird to hear that that's one of the older ones now, and I have to find myself saying, yes,
Exactly.
that is older now.
It's older now. It's practically a relic now.
They'll target that one and see if there a way they can get into it.
When you try the door, it is unlocked.
Alright, it's time to hotwire. They will bring the gift card with them.
And it's baby blue. So
perfect. It's on
All
brand.
All right, so yes, hot wiring is probably intelligence and larceny.
I am definitely gonna surge for my intelligence for this. We do fail, so we are gonna need a meal soon. You know, but
What do you have? 3 hunger now?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you gotta feed pretty soon.
Yes, they do. Int and larceny, 3 plus 2 is 5. I can math. Apparently I do best when I'm stealing shit, because all 5 successes.
Nice. Yeah, you fire it up.
And law of equivalent exchange, they'll take the key from the junkie. Totally didn't have a child. That was just an imagination thing. Mother, key to her car. They'll just lay it on the ground, like right next to where this car was, and just.
Okay.
Next town is where we can get a meal.
All right. Yeah. So, from your map, you're like maybe 15 minutes away. Maybe something else. You get to the next town. There isn't a whole lot there either. It's pretty dead. No nightlife.
Man, this one ain't even got a fucking Piggly Wiggly in it.
Give me a roll a D10, please.
This is where everything goes.
This is my luck in.
So, that is a 5.
Okay.
Which isn't a success to some, but it's opportunity for others.
Yeah, there's no gas stations, nothing. No convenience stores, no, not even a Waffle House. So.
Oh, that's what. To anyone not growing up in the middle of nowhere, if you don't even know where your nearest Waffle House is, you're really struggling.
And if anybody watches this channel, Waffle House is ubiquitous place for the supernatural to gather.
Let me see here. Do I have something that can help me here? I do. I don't have a phone. Shit. Never mind. Could I roll with drive to see where the nearest travel station is? Like a truck stop or something on the main road now? Because they're 2 swapped with vehicles. They won't catch me yet.
Drive is really the ability to drive the vehicle, though. I'm thinking more probably Wits or intelligence, and not really investigation. Just give me a straight up wits roll.
I can do that.
Just keep it simple.
3 successes.
All right. Yeah, he remembers. Yeah, it's probably like 20 miles, but it's closer back to 94. There was some kind of like truck stop. Maybe he picked up a lot lizard there once or twice. So
only once or twice. Now that's insulting. They'll have fond memories of those evenings at the truck and then the clinic the morning after at the next town as they turn on some radio and just head on over to this truck stop.
Yeah, so he has to kind of almost backtrack a little bit, but heads back towards back 94. And finds a 24-hour truck stop.
Dinner time.
Yep, and it's busy. So I mean, we're probably going on towards 10 o'clock now. So because it's again taking him a long time to kind of drive around. So luckily this car had a full tank though. So
hey, perfect.
Okay.
Look, we trade upwards. All right, that's what we gotta do. They'll kind of like park and survey the place for a moment. Mm-hmm. Is this mostly civilian traveler traffic, or do we have a good amount of truckers that come in and out as well?
Probably 50-50. So it's one of those that has bathrooms and the fast food restaurants, and then has like another section where it has showers and stuff. So it's so he's been here before at least once. So
they are going to park the car for now. And is it like at the edge? Like, are there any woods or shrublands, or is it just like flat grassland? Nothing.
I'd say there's a little bit of shrubs and just kind of an area where people walk their dogs and stuff like that, but not very huge. So
they'll go to where the dog walking area is as if they're just going to stretch their legs, all the while they're looking around to see who here looks just so tired.
Looking around, you do see woman, probably about her 30s. She's walking a dog. She's sipping a Starbucks. There's a couple families around. There is a trucker sitting outside his cab, smoking a cigarette. So there's a couple people around. It's not, if it was like a holiday weekend or something like that, there'd be a lot more people out. But tonight there's not a ton of people around.
The dog would complicate things. Families are too many witnesses. They gotta go for the trucker. They gotta target their own.
Okay. So
we are going to just invoke that natural vampiric charm. Not vampiric charm, that's just natural. I don't need vampirism to do this, but, it doesn't hurt. Roger will go find a truck close to him that looks like nobody's, in it, or if someone is in it, they're asleep inside.
Mm-hmm.
And just lean up against the side, just sighing as if the world is on his shoulders and not as if they're a horrible person. Because they aren't. They never were. And they'll just nod to the guy smoking.
Okay, he's like, evening.
Ugh. What day of the hall are you on?
4.
Ugh, shit. I'm only on 2 and it feels like I'm beating my ass.
I was coming out of Indy. How about yourself?
Just came out of Minneapolis. They got me running some, I don't even fucking know what, diapers at this point.
It's all, none of it matters to me at this point. As long as it's getting the right rate. Fuck it, I don't care what we're hauling.
on his truck, do I see a branded, like, oh hey, like, here's this National Fleet of Truckers company, or is it like, homegrown operation here?
Independent, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You don't recognize the brand. I mean, he has on his truck, like his name, his, essentially his corporation. But the trailer itself is pretty generic. So.
Ugh. They're trying to squeeze all of us guys out too, ain't they?
Yeah. I heard I could probably make more running for Walmart, but nah.
And do what? Just back in and out of docks for 8 hours a day if you're lucky?
Nah. This is how we get to see the country. Remember, that's what they sold us on.
Huh. Make your own hours and get paid nothing no matter what you make. Shit, I feel like the rejects from a Dare School special at this point. I'm waiting for that damn rabbit and that puppeteer to come out and say, this is what you could be, kids.
And he just like stubs out a cigarette. He's like, oh, shit, I guess I better get at it. And he starts to look like he's walking towards like the service station, maybe like use the bathroom or something like that before he leaves.
They'll just nod to him and you be safe on your road now.
What's that? I'm sorry, I missed that.
You be safe on the road.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something roadmap or something. Okay. He's like, you too.
And the minute he is out of the eye line, we're gonna check and see if he left his truck unlocked.
Nah, it's locked. You don't trust anybody.
Wait, did he leave the trailer unlocked?
You can go back and check it. Yeah.
They'll just like walk as if they're also going to the service station, but also at the corner of their eye, check and see if it's unlocked.
It's locked.
Damn it!
First rule of the road: don't trust anybody.
Well, yes, but you trust me. Not for good reasons, but because I told you to. Shit. Alright. They're going to pick up some dirt off of the ground, and when no one's looking or they get to a spot, they'll, like, brush a little bit on themselves as if they just got into, like, a little bit of a tussle with someone.
Okay.
And just wait looking... They don't even have to pretend. They're pissed off at the world right now, so they just let a little bit of that slip into their face, waiting for the guy to come back.
Yeah, he comes back out. He's got a Mountain Dew or something like that in his hands. He's like, whoa, what happened, man?
Literally went in to go take a leak, and some fucker tried to get with the trailer.
In my truck? Or yours?
Look, and no, with yours. Take a peek. And they are going to use chemistry to make them see scratch marks at the lock.
Okay, all right, yeah, go ahead.
Because we're tempted tonight.
You were really pushing it tonight.
We are, because it's push it to the limit. Alright, hey Dice, are we hungry? That's the wrong number.
Okay.
So we are hungrier.
Okay, now he's at 4?
Yep.
All right. How many successes did you get?
We are looking at... Nope, not 10 dice. I just need that many. That is 4 successes. And they want him to see, like, the lock. It looks as if someone has just started to make an indention into it with a pair of bolt cutters.
Okay. Yeah, he's looking at it. He's like, you guys got the same number of successes, but you're gonna win. And he's bent over with his back to you. He's kind of looking at it. He's like, when the fuck did they do this?
Is anyone watching?
Nope.
Bite.
Okay. Strength and brawl.
I could maybe do this. Remember that part where I kept talking about how the dice would get me in the end?
Mm-hmm.
That's a bestial failure.
Okay. Uh, yeah, you grab him and you start to like kind of tussle with him a little bit. And he kind of manages to kind of shove you off him a little bit. And he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
You're touching a lock that was cut with something that's got acid on it. Can't you see the sizzling? You want to lose your fingers?
And he like reaches to his side and he's got like a knife. And he's just like, "I ain't here for any games, man." And the beast is, take him. Take him.
Oh, they want to so badly. And they're just gonna hold their hands up because they can't fight, but they can bullshit. Look, man, I don't know what the fuck you got hauling that people are coming at you with bolt cutters, and now I can see a lock sizzling. I don't know why you can't see it. I get it, you're tired. I get it. But I'm trying to save you from ending up in a clinic, and you're pulling a knife on me. The fuck?
And he kind of just jabs the knife towards you, like, "Get back, man." And the beast is all about self-preservation now, and you're gonna jump at him. Strength and brawl.
It's time to fuck some shit up. Strength and brawl.
And he is.
So that's 2 successes. So we're much better this time.
Yeah. Let's see. He's. Nah. Okay. All right. Yeah. This time you get a good grip on him, and you kind of like bat the knife away. So it's kind of like this, and then you just chomp down on his neck, like right underneath his chin, and he's squirming as blood is just like dripping down your face.
And I believe I need to make a willpower check to not
Yes, you
go
do.
into a frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull that up. Apologies, I have not used a frenzy checks.
No.
So a hunger frenzy at hunger 4. For anyone watching, hi, hello. Hunger frenzies are wonderful things. Don't worry about it. You don't need to. Just let me see your neck real quick. Alright, willpower. Don't have a lot of that. Bestial failure.
Okay.
He's dying tonight.
Yep. So he's just chomping and he's just sucking this guy dry. He looks up because you think you hear something. You look up and there's blood all dripping, and he looks around and then goes back down to his feast. And yeah, and he drains this guy dry and has a corpse in his arms.
No, they don't. They just have their friend that drank too much as they get the keys out of their pocket because they can't be driving right now.
You hear somebody approaching. Maybe a family
Running?
walking by. Okay, running. Okay, you carrying the body or just leaving it?
No. I'm asking, are they running or is it just like someone coming up?
Casual walking. So there's some chatter about bullshit, but
they'll take off. Oh, did they have a jacket? No, they don't. Well, shit. They're going to.
This guy had a jacket.
Oh, this guy has a jacket, so they're gonna like.
He doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah, they'll grab the jacket and they're gonna like put it over the guy and clean themselves up, put the fangs away,
okay,
and then just like whip around like, the hell is that? Well, more panicky, pretend panicky.
And a family of 4 kind of walks by about 20 feet away. They're not the parents and one kid aren't really paying attention, but there's this annoying little boy because as he's walking by, just kind of locks eyes with you. And kind of pulls closer to his family. So.
And before anything else, they're getting the keys out of this guy and lugging his corpse around to the passenger side to throw into the passenger seat for our traveling buddy.
Okay. All right. So you have acquired a new truck and a travel companion.
What are you talking about new? This has always been mine.
And this is his style, folks. So, or this is the beginning of his style.
This is the start of a beautiful road trip.
The road.
You ever seen
Go ahead.
Weekend at Bernie's?
Yep. Yeah. His predator type is roadside killer. So, you pull the truck out. He just fueled up when he got there. So, you find out that his name is like Steve Henderson, or was Steve Henderson, and he's slumped in the seat next to you.
They're going down. They've got the radio turned a little bit, like not quiet, dead quiet, but they've got it like going a little bit. They just kind of look to him. I tried to be nice about it, you know. I didn't want all this, but you and your fucking knife, man, Jesus. Well, survival of the fittest, and that goes for the open road, buddy. And well, judging from the looks of you, you're not too fit no more.
Which way is he headed? Still headed west, or which way is he going?
Still head west. They've got family to see.
Okay. I think that's actually an excellent place to stop it. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that. Did not go the direction I expected, which is absolutely fine. And leaves us open to potentially do more of this at some point. So we just have to find the night time to be able to do it between everything else.
Hey, find the night, find the road, and I can bring a bastard to you.
Okay. All right. Well, Minty, you got anything going on? You want to advertise?
No advertisements, just, the usual. Make sure you drink some water today. Make sure you had your meals. Go shower. Also, brush your teeth. I can see it from here. You haven't yet. Why are you waiting? Roger's going to visit you if you don't. And thank you both for letting me be a horrible, amazing person for everyone's enjoyment.
Of course.
I always love playing at your tables.
Good. Thank you. I appreciate having you. This is actually it for a little bit, folks. I go on vacation next week, so we won't have any games till May 29th, where Minty and I are going to go back to playing Delta Green. So it'll be a couple weeks.
So that gives you all the chance to go to the channel's backlog, go through some games, catch up on the current state of things. Like, how does Delta Green go? Does Mo Garrison finally die? What the hell is Trash World? Catch up, folks. This is your moment. You won't get a lot of these. This person here, I don't remember the last time he's taken a vacation. This is your chance. Seize it by the neck and then bite. Wait, no, different game.
And actually, Minty also played in our Hunter game years ago. So go back and check that out. I feel like that game didn't get enough love. I want people to go back and find that game, the Heart at Oak Hill. So.
And the horribleness that we had to run through.
Yep.
Nearly died. Well, actually, people did die, but that's not relevant. I'm not spoiling that. Y'all go watch it.
Exactly. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody. Have a good night, and we will see you soon. Good night.